Hi everyone, Annette Kessler here with the 12 Cards of Christmas 2023 series. You have a link to all the measurements in the cutting guide in the description under the video. You can go ahead, grab that, and follow all the tutorials and pre-cut all the pieces that you need. So this is a take on the pop-up box card that we did. I'm going to add a link to that as well, so it will be easier to see another color of the boxes that we make. So we're going to take piece A and we're going to score it on the short side at 1/2 inch and 3 inches. So we've done these pop-up boxes before. Like I said, I'm going to add the link so you can have that as a reference as well. And then on the long side, we're going to score piece A at 1/2 inch, 3 inches, and 5.5 inches. You have a diagram for all the cutting and folding of the two parts that make the pop-up box in the description, in the cutting guide and instructions, so it's easier to follow that. So now we're going to cut along the lines. Again, you have all the diagram, the pattern printed there, so it will be easier to follow. It's a little bit hard to see on the white cardstock or any other cardstock. It's a little bit difficult to see. But when you look at the diagram in the instructions, it's going to be really easy to follow. So I'm going to cut along the red lines in the diagram like this. And then this is piece A. And we're going to make piece B. So this is how it looks. So what we're going to do is fold it. So you have two tabs up here. We're going to fold those. And then we're going to fold the triangle like that towards the inside. Then we're going to fold the bottom to the top like this, corner to corner, and then we're going to turn the piece and fold corner to corner on that little triangle there, aligning the right edge like this. So this is piece A, the first one. Now we're going to do piece B. We're going to score it on the short side at 1/2 inch and 3 inches, and again at 5.5. And on the long side, we're going to score it at 2.5 and 5. That's all the scoring that we need to do. And again, we're going to cut corners according to the diagram that you have. Basically, the cutting is similar. Again, you're going to look at the diagram and it's going to look much clearer. But basically, the end shape is going to look similar to the first one that we did. Basically, we use the score lines as guides where to cut. We either cut diagonally between corners or we cut along the score line like this. Okay, so we're going to fold this piece similarly to what we did. We're going to fold the bottom triangle and the tab that we now have on the bottom as well. And then we're going to fold the top tab, and now corner to corner like we did in the first piece. Always burnish your folds with a bone folder, and we're going to open the shape, turn it, and fold our little triangle corner to corner along the right edge, the straight edge, like this. So now we have our two shapes folded, scored and folded. So what we're going to do is we're going to align them, but first we're going to make some holes. So we're going to fold our shape and then mark a dot about 1/4 of an inch from both edges, like this, and then we're going to punch a hole where we marked our dot. This way we have two holes on either side of that score line. You can see we have a triangle. I'm going to draw it for you. We have a triangle with a center score line, and now we have the two holes on either side of the score line. Now we're going to go with our scissors slightly to the left of the left hole, cut about halfway, and then diagonally towards the hole. We're going to do the exact same thing on the right, cut about halfway and then diagonally like this. We're going to do the exact same thing on the other shape. This is where our rubber band is going to go. The pop-up effect of the box is achieved by adding a rubber band, and we're going to insert that band to the holes. Okay, so now we're going to align our two shapes. We're going to put the triangles facing out, and the left piece needs to have this tab here, and this piece has no tab. So we're going to apply glue on the tab on the left piece and then attach the right piece to it like this. Looks like a bat. I like to fold it to make sure that it doesn't interfere with the folding. Now we're going to fold the bottom like this along the score line. It's already there, and the other side as well. And now we're going to insert the diagonal line like this to align the square. Again, if it's hard for you to see with the white paper, I'll put a reference to another tutorial where I'm using black cardstock. It might be easier to see. So we're going to apply glue to the tab and attach the two squares together like this. And then you see we have two triangles on each side. This is the rubber band. It's about 1.5 inches in diameter. So we're going to push the triangles towards the inside on both edges like this. Always burnish. And then we're going to insert the rubber band inside through the cuts that we did inside to the holes like this. So we're going to insert it one side and then insert it to the other side. So you see, you can feel that it's working. So now we have the tabs here. We're going to apply glue on the tabs and then close the two triangles, and then our box will be ready. So this is the first triangle. Make sure it's aligned when you attach it. And of course, make sure everything is dry before you see that the pop-up effect works. Because if it's not dry, it's going to be opened completely. So once everything is glued and dry, just wait a few seconds. You push the diagonal lines towards the inside like this. And this is how the box looks when it's flat. And when you leave it, it pops up. Isn't that cool? So you're going to need 3 boxes like this. And then we're going to cover them and attach them to our cards, and they're going to look like presents popping up when we open the card, sorry. So you have the bottom part that you don't need to cover. Make sure that when you flat the box, it flattens towards you like this. It's very important because later this is the direction that we're going to attach the box to the card. Make sure that it flattens like this towards you, and then cover all the sides except the bottom. The bottom is going to be glued to the card, obviously. So where you have squares, you cover with squares, and when you have the sides, you need to cut each of the squares to 4 little triangles, and then cover the area of the folded side so it won't interfere with the folding. That's why we have 4 little triangles. And then add an embellishment if you want. This one is slightly too big. I'm going to just trim it a little bit. So I'm putting the larger embellishment in the front and the smaller embellishment on the top, because the top is going to be partially covered. It's going to make sense in a minute. Okay, so I have also covered the other 2 boxes. The other 2 boxes are going to be flattened away from you. So the first box that was flattened towards you is going to go on the top, and the other 2 that are flattened away from you are going to go on the bottom. So we're going to score the base of the card at 5.5 and 11. Again, you can use whatever color that you want for the card. I'm going to cover it with some cover papers. Then we're going to fold. And then cover the card with the cover papers. So you're going to need 3 of those and 2 smaller strips for the bottom of the card. Again, it's up to you what pattern you want to use. And I recommend to use a solid color and then to add cover paper. It makes it a little bit sturdier, and you need that for the pop-up effect. Just using one cardstock might not be strong enough. Okay, so now we're going to attach the boxes. So you have to align them perfectly so the card will be able to close. So like I said, the 2 boxes that are going to be flattened away from you are going to be on the bottom. So you apply glue to the bottom where you didn't cover, and then attach them while they're flat to the card, making sure that they don't pop off the sides. They can be slightly in an angle like this. So I'm making sure I have enough room for the other box as well. And then I'm going to attach that. And then the top box is the box that is going to be flattened towards you. I'm going to show you how to attach it. We're going to attach it only to the left box. Only. So we're going to apply glue. So this one is going to be flattened like this. So we're going to attach it. Just apply glue and partially on the bottom. And then we're going to attach it only to the left box. Like this. It looks like where everything is flat. Make sure it's aligned with the score lines on the top and the bottom. See? So when you flatten it, you flatten it like this. You close the card. And then when you open it, the presents just pop. Isn't that cool? So I really hope you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. This is how you close it. If it doesn't close, you can add a magnet, you can add a closure. What I did is added a little bit of weight with embellishments and a cardstock, and that did the trick. The weight is enough to keep the card closed. So I really hope you like this card. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you next time.